The Zubair Corporation was born in 1967, the same year Oman started to export its first oil. And it's now an integrated part of the modern Oman under the wise leadership of His Majesty Sultan Qaboos. The company owes its success to the progressive and stable policies of the government and to the hard work, dedication, creativity of its directors, management, and staff.
I've been in Zubair Corporation 40 years. I started with Muscat Trading Company as a small clerical. We were selling tools, paints, etc. And we have the main office where His Excellency, he is sitting there selling like, 40s watches, purses, etc. And then he thought instead of doing small businesses, we're going for better businesses. Then he opened a big factory, etc. Our factory was the biggest factory in Sultanate of Oman.
Oman, jewel in the crown of the Arabian Peninsula. A valuable territory that has benefited from its strategic trading position at the southern tip of the peninsula. From here, merchants have plied their trade with Persia to the north, India to the east, and Africa to the south for centuries, without needing to sail far from land. The year 1910, the place, Muscat. The event, the signing of one of the first business ventures in Oman, which heralded the beginnings of an enterprise that in less than half a century was to become a regional powerhouse and an integral part of the development of a country that was soon to witness its renaissance. 1962, the first gush of oil sparked a new phase in Oman's evolution, but it was to take another half a decade before the real benefits of this black gold was felt. And it needed the selfless and progressive leadership of a man called Qaboos bin Said. In 1970, with the young Sultan firmly at the helm, education, healthcare and housing became a top priority as he set about establishing a modern government structure, launching a major development program to build a phenomenal infrastructure and utilizing the country's natural resources for the benefit of the people. Thus began an ambitious journey of growth and prosperity that continues to this day. Oman had finally come of age. In 1967, against this backdrop of potential and hope, the country witnessed the humble birth of a family business based on the simple principles of life. A business that was set to become one of the most influential and diversified in the area. A business that began life as the Muscat Trading Company. And so it was that as Oman began to flourish and spread its wings in this bright new era, so too did the Muscat Trading Company, which for the next 20 years was to be known as Zubair Enterprises, and later, the Zubair Corporation.
For the last 40 years, we have witnessed the growth of the Zubair Corporation. We admire them for being professionally managed, a family-run corporation, but really their development has witnessed the economic development in Oman. The two really seem to go hand in hand. And today you have a major group which is admired both locally and overseas.
For the last 4 decades, the Zubair Corporation has been bringing technology and expertise from around the world to help build a vibrant and modern nation. From the construction of major buildings to the development of the country's highways and byways. From building electricity generating stations to commissioning major shipping ports. From setting up banks and investment companies to creating museums and tourist havens. The family has participated in most of the infrastructure, tourism and industrial projects in the country, making it a founder member of contemporary Oman's physical growth and development. The organisation has an enviable record of almost 60 wholly owned companies, subsidiaries and associates operating in Oman, the rest of the Middle East, North Africa, India, Europe, Australia and the USA. With entry to the World Trade Organization and the liberalisation of the Omani economy, the corporation is only too aware of the impending competition and the need to rise to the coming challenges. To this end, much has already been done. Its furnishing division, which started out in 1976 by selling exclusively in the domestic market, today exports all but 8%. They are firmly focused on the new commercial environment, turning into other Gulf markets and beyond, expanding certain product areas at home where there is a competitive edge.
With the opportunities that are happening with WTO, with the economic boom within the region and in Oman especially, we are aligning ourselves, as we have historically done at the Zubair Corporation, to take advantage of these future developments very early on, so we become one of the pioneers in actually taking advantage of them rather than fulfilling those needs when they arrive.
As part of its strategic interest in diverse sectors, the Zubair Corporation is forever exploring new opportunities and identifying prominent and reputable international companies to establish representation relations, joint ventures and strategic alliances.
We came to Oman about 12 years ago, formed a partnership with Your Excellency Al Zubair's company. Our relationship with Zubair is at the center of all that we do really in this part of the world. We are very thankful that we have an excellent partnership. We cherish that. We will look forward to deepen that relationship. And we look forward to really India-Oman do more and more with closer ties and deeper relationship for the prosperity of both nations.
With a keen eye on regional and global developments, the organisation has continuously sought to regenerate, re-energise and rediscover by closing down businesses that no longer represent its strategy and management style. This quest has led the Zubair family to keep discovering new horizons. It has now embarked on an ambitious drive to help promote Oman as a major tourist destination.
We're basically adamant at the Zubair Corporation that tourism has to be a sustainable type of tourism. Oman has a lot to offer in terms of nature and scenery, and I think it's very important to actually play on that and add to it. And when we talk about sustainability, is making these factors work both for the tourists and for Oman. We want the tourists to be able to interact with the various aspects in Oman, whether it be the sun, the beach, the culture and the nature as well. We as leading investors in Bar Al Jassa Resort felt that it is our duty to make sure that we develop a resort, a product that is capable of delivering these items to the mass.
A deep-rooted commitment to preserving Oman's history, heritage, art and culture also features very high on the family's agenda, underpinning their belief in contributing to the very community to which they belong.
This land we are on today belonged to my grandfather. My father, from a very young age, had a passion of collecting anything that had to do with the Omani heritage. As a social contribution to the society and to the world, we as a family decided to open this museum as a window of anything that had to do with Oman. And it is a gift from us to the nation and to the whole world.
Over the years, the corporation has continued its outreach by investing hugely in the education and training of its people, with particular emphasis on creating job opportunities for Omani nationals, the managers of the future.
My name is Mohammed Al-Farai. As young Omanis joined the Zubair Corporation, started from a very low position within the Zubair Corporation. I worked quite hard within the last 10 years, and today I'm heading one of the Zubair Group company, which is called Zina Group.
It is important to mention that Omanization in our group was always a self-motivated strategy. It was not just a compliance with the directive of the government. The chairman has established Omanization department as early as 1989. As a Zubair Corporation now, we are 46% Omanis. If you know that we are required to achieve only 20% Omanization, then you will know that we are well beyond the requirement of the Ministry of Manpower.
For 4 decades, the Zubair Corporation has been a genuine contributor to everyday life. This it has managed to do with the support of a loyal multinational workforce, many of whom have dedicated decades to the corporation.
Oman, like any other country, is a multicultural society. We at Zubair Corporation is no different. But what is so special about us is the environment in which we work. The environment where there is empowerment and trust that the corporation places on the employees. The average stay of an employee is very, very large in this group as compared to any other group in Oman.
40 years on, it is to the Zubair Corporation's chairman, Mohammed Al-Zubair, that the younger generation, both family and workforce, look to for inspiration, direction and protection. Under his guidance and support, the company has successfully refined its scope of activity in recent years to concentrate on areas of strength: transparency, responsible corporate governance, professional management. Qualities that have made them one of the most respected names in Oman and elsewhere. The Zubair Corporation, committed to providing the best solutions for maximizing business opportunities in the country, delivering quality at the best international standards, and setting best standards for future generations. The Zubair Corporation, inspiring, innovative, impeccable, a willing partner in Oman's visionary journey.